Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the Ian Smith Gymnasium. I'm Dave Saseski, alongside my partners tonight, Becky Banis. Becky, it's rivalry night here in the gymnasium. Oxford taking on Lake Orion. Lake Orion comes in at 4-4 on this season, but as we were talking pregame, listen, anything can happen in a rivalry game.
Oh, yeah.
Coming at 4-4, and anyone's game tonight, Becky.
Yep, absolutely. Parking lot's packed, the gym's packed. It's going to be a great night.
Yeah, if you're looking for Oxford's side, look more at Jake Champagne, the all-time leading scorer, to have a big game tonight if they're going to get that victory. And over on the Lake Orion side, Zachary Price Parks, a senior for them. He's their leading scorer. Should be a good one. Catch all the action coming your way next.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ian Smith Gymnasium on the campus of Oxford High School for tonight. OAA boys basketball game between the visiting Dragons and Lake Orion High School in your hometown, Oxford Wildcats. Before we meet tonight's lineup, we ask that you stand and gentlemen remove your hats as we bring honor to America with the singing of our national anthem by Tina Call, senior here in Oxford Wildcats. And now let's meet the starting lineup for today's matchup. First for the visiting Dragons, number 0 senior James Scott. Number 4 senior Nick Alden. Number 5 junior Will. Number 12 senior Zachary Price Parks. The number 23 junior Ryan Russell. And now your hometown Oxford Wildcats.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Ian Smith Gymnasium. Dave Sasesky alongside Becky Vanis. It's electric in here, Becky.
Yeah.
You can feel it. It might just be one of those rivalry nights, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Nights.
I think so. This gym is full. I have not seen this gym this full in a long time.
Becky, the gym is full and the parking lot is full. I can tell you that. Experience. Jake Champagne comes away with a tip for Oxford, who comes in undefeated on this season. This is an OAA White Conference matchup, and like I said, a lot of electricity and a lot on the line tonight here. Although Lake Orion comes in at 500, a lot on the line for bragging rights.
Absolutely. These rivalry games are always great games.
There's Champagne there.
There we go.
And he hits it.
Way to start that out.
Oxford takes a 3-0 lead. Listen, they've been pretty flawless so far this season. 8-0 on the year, and they look pretty strong and poised for a strong finish as well.
It's amazing. It's amazing to be undefeated in the weight division. That's not an easy division.
It's not easy at all. Yeah, perfectly said. A lot of good teams in this conference, and Lake Orion, one of them. There's a pass in the corner. They go down low to their big guy down there, number 23.
Nice steal.
And good steal. Here comes Oxford.
Nice. That was number 5, Nolan Mauser, with the steal.
Mauser comes away with a quick steal. Oxford looking strong early on. And that's been a key so far this season, really, the defensive side. Yes, they can put points in, but to be undefeated, you got to do a lot of things right. That defense has been really, really stingy.
Yep, absolutely. Great defense wins games.
There's a pass.
Nice take.
To the guard there. Nice take. Rolled off the rim, though, so can't be lucky all the time. And here comes Lake Orion down by 3. At the point is Gabriel Scott, Nicholas Galbin as well, and number 23, Ryan Rushflow. Now look at that defense right there. Double team.
Yes.
Oxford. Lake Orion gets out of trouble with the pass to William Farmer. And here they go attacking. Spin move. Going up with a jumper, and it's going to be short. They try to bring it back in on the save, but that's going to be Oxford ball. So you see that defense. Use the double team at the top of the key. Cause the turnover. Looking strong, Becky.
Yep. I love that double team. Defense is what I like to see. I know scoring wins games, but, defense, if you don't have a good defense, you can't have a good offense.
Defense wins championships.
That's right.
Oxford passing it around the corner. There's a corner 3 up and off the mark.
Oh.
Oxford with the rebound. That's Mauser. Mauser tosses it right back out to Stoffin, and they'll get another opportunity on this end. There's Champagne. Champagne
Nice.
Up, and he hits it. How about that? 2 for 2 for Champagne, the all-time leading scorer for the Wildcats. What a special time to be able to call some basketball with a guy like Champagne. That was actually Brennan Elling to Elling who hit that corner 3. There's another steal from Oxford going up and lost his footing there.
Nice hustle.
Katie, hopefully he's okay. So there is a correction there, and that's on me. That is Brennan Elling who hit both of those 3-pointers. Elling, the junior forward, showing his range. Oxford, more good defense. There's an open triple for Lake Orion. However, it comes down.
Nice job.
Over the back. Good job by Oxford boxing out their man.
Nolan Mauser getting position under there.
Into the game.
Nice box out from Mauser.
Jansen Shosky for the Wildcats, number 12, Train Hudson.
So up 6-0 early, 4:53 in this first quarter. An absolute packed house here in the Ian Smith Gymnasium. Stoffin brings it up, uses a screen over to Elling one more time. How about it? 3 for 3, no, off the mark, but they come away with the offensive board up and in. Nolan Mauser.
Nolan's just cutting to that basket for those rebounds tonight.
Causing a timeout, Becky. That's exactly it. Up 8-0. Mauser already in this first quarter with 2 offensive boards.
Yep.
Given his offense another opportunity, and they're taking advantage of it, up 8-0 already.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You watch him. I mean, I've been watching him for 3 years now, but you watch him. He'll be way up here, up at the top, and he's going to cut in. He knows his timing. Super smart.
Jose Andredes, the head coach for Lake Orion. As I mentioned, listen, they've got a lot of talent on this team. They can score. However, when you go down by 8 that early, you have to call an early timeout. You have to think that conversation was, listen, guys, let's get back in the game.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. Let's just start fresh here. Take it possession by possession.
Yep, absolutely. He's got to do something. He's got to calm them down because these guys
right?
we're scorers. Wildcats are scorers, so.
That's it. So up 8-0. Out of the timeout. Lake Orion. That's a strong drive. Good defense. One more time, blocking the shot of Gabriel Scott. Here come the Wildcats.
That was Jake with the rebound.
Corner Elling already with 2 threes. He hits another one. 3 triples in the first quarter for Elling. 11-0 lead. How about this team?
That's awesome. I'd love to see a big guy shoot those threes.
And confidently. He was
Absolutely.
shooting that before he got the pass, Becky.
Yep, he knows where his spot is. You can see him find it.
Jackson Shosky passes it back to William Farmer. Farmer hits a 3. Big answer there for the Dragons, Becky.
Yep. Yeah, that was pretty huge for them at this point.
8-point lead right now. Oxford coming right back up with a lot of confidence on offense. And you can see they're trying to put him in the corner with a double team there. Elling, talking about him, he's been lethal. There's a pass down low, up and off the mark, just off the mark. And here comes the Dragons, fresh off a 3-pointer. Driving down.
Oh, nice job.
Ball comes over to Elling, over to Champagne. Champagne knows how to score, stops, tosses it back. That was the right move. Champagne and that offense make a lot of right decisions. Almost his 4th 3-pointer.
Nice job.
I mean, they're just crashing the boards, but they are going to call that over the back. Tough call, but you like the aggressiveness early on. Yep. Over the back call. So here come the Dragons now. Down by 8, 11-3, 11 quick points for Oxford. Unable to get any buckets in the last couple possessions.
Wildcats staying with that tough defense. Not giving the Dragons any openings.
Yeah, not a lot of room there. That's a tough play.
Oh, that was a rough.
You know, that was one of those unavoidable fouls. Yeah. Obviously, a lot of traffic down there in the post, but not get up easy buckets. I think as a coach should take that anytime.
Right, absolutely.
That foul goes to Stoffen. Luke Stoffen, the senior starter. Dragons bring it back out. And that's
stepped out.
Foul.
Oh, did he call a foul?
Offensive foul.
Okay.
So we'll take it.
His first, team's 3rd.
So that'll turn it back over. That's a couple turnovers this far in this first quarter. 2:40 left, 11-3 Oxford lead. Stoffen bringing it up with Scott in his face. Goes back to Champagne.
Ooh.
Down low there, but Lake Orion will steal it. And here they come back down the other way. Drive, stutter step, puts it in. Beautiful up and under there for Zachary Price Parks. Here comes Champagne. Champagne shows
nice.
Score. How about 2 points for him?
He's like, that's all right. I'll just take it right back.
Score is score, Becky, and that's one that can definitely score. The all-time leading scorer for the Wildcats. 13-5 ball game. Looking sharp on offense and defense early on.
Definitely.
Down by 13-5 of the score here in this first quarter. Not a lot of room there for Lake Orion. Oxford right in your face. Corner triple try, not their first option. And Oxford comes right down with it. Here comes Champagne up court. Beautiful pass. Getting back into play is Jackson Shosky. And I do believe they called a foul on that, and they did. Was going for ball there, but nevertheless, we're going to get a couple free throws for Drew Cady. Glad to see Drew's okay. Had a little bit of a limp there in that opening couple minutes on that drive, but free throw off the mark. They'll get another opportunity.
Ryan Russell, number 24, Gabe Retzel. For the Wildcats, number 11, Luke Deagle.
Luke Deagle in for the Cats. Second free throw for Katie. He's up off the mark. Elling
almost.
for it, unable to come down with it like the battle down there.
Yep, absolutely.
Here comes Lake, Orion, Price, Parks, spin, up and off the mark, and going to be back to Oxford. So that was one of those names we talked about, Zachary Price Parks. He can score and in a hurry. When the shots aren't dropping, Oxford dangerous out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cats with the drive in the lane, kind of a wild shot.
Yeah.
On a windmill type shot, but here come the Dragons. Trotsky loses the ball. Cats wanted a double dribble, but they're going to get a foul down low.
Katie, his first, team second.
That'll be on Katie, his first foul.
Dragons ball out of bounds.
Nobody thinks it's their foul ever, right?
Well, that's true. That's true. That's true.
No passage. You just can't say, you know what I mean? You're not going to take the foul.
Yeah.
Everybody looks so innocent.
I want to see the replay on that one anyway.
Right? 13-5, 1:16 remaining in this first quarter. Dragons, Price Parks. He's been their go-to guy. Not a lot of room. Double team on him. Move that pivot foot, and I think they called the travel. So that's that double team. You guard those big-time scores that way. No room, nowhere to go, and creates a turnover.
Yeah, absolutely. Good deal.
Champagne bringing it up for Oxford.
The best thing about it is they're being very aggressive on defense, and we still only have 2 fouls. That's a sign of a great defense.
That's a good point. Getting steals at a timely time for this Wildcat team. There's a corner triple one more time. Up and just off the mark. Racing for the rebound of the Dragons. Here they come. Shosky trying to make a move, get some openness there. Throws it over in the corner. There's a drive for Galvin. Galvin just nowhere to go. There just isn't an open shot here because of the way they're playing this in-your-face defense.
Yep. The guys are quick on defense, and they know where they're supposed to be.
Price Parks drives. Shot, gets his own board, puts it up, doesn't get the foul, puts it, and you can see that's a talented player.
Yep, absolutely, definitely.
And you love when they follow their shots.
Yes,
you
for
tell
sure.
Players that at a young age, but it pays off. 9 seconds left in this first quarter. Champagne over to Elling. How about one more time for a 4th time off the mark, but also rebounds up. Doesn't go in. Big time half-court shot, but hey, opening quarter, Wildcats up 13-7. Listen, you almost doubled them up. You look good on defense. On offense at times from that corner 3 from Elling. Absolutely lethal.
Yeah, absolutely. And they also know they got to keep their eye on Jake Champagne, so they can't double team one or the other of them all the time because they'll just feed it off to the other one. So
that's it. And when you look on the Lake Orion side, Becky, number 21, Zachary Price Parks for them. He's their go-to guy. He's got 4 points so far in this ball game, but 4 of 7. He's going to put up those shots. We know he's going to score, but if you can create corners or turnovers with those double teams like they have, you're going to hold him down. And if you can hold him under double digits and a half, that's a big, big time.
Yep, absolutely.
Defense.
Yep, they definitely did their homework. They know where they got to be. They know what they got to do.
Playing good D and hit the corner 3. That's what Oxford's done a lot this season. So up 13-7, and as we mentioned already, it's an electric atmosphere here.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me it's a rivalry. You can feel it, right? It's in the air, and there's not an open seat. So
nope, not even. Not even.
Fun. So start of the second quarter here, Oxford with possession. Katie over to Champagne. Champagne passes it back to Stoffen. Drives. Hits it in the corner. 3. Rolls out somehow. That was halfway down there.
Down and out.
I mean, you can't get it in more than that and not make it. There's a drive again from Price Parks.
Nice rebound.
Miss.
Nolan Mauser with that.
So it's clear who their aggressor is. There's a corner look again. Oxford back to Champagne. Champagne loses possession. Here comes Price Parks going up the lane and in there, but it comes off. No foul call. And Oxford comes up with numbers. There's a drive.
Nice. There we go.
The rim and good. Nolan Mauser been all over the court in this first half.
Nolan's always been that kind of guy. He hustles, he scraps, and he's out there. He's a great player.
So 15-7 lead for Oxford. You have a feeling right now at any point they could just absolutely pull away with the way that they've been scoring the ball. There's a corner triple off the mark, and here come the Cats one more time, pushing it up. Champagne with the ball. Spins on his man.
Nice
pass.
Yes!
How about that?
Give me 5 on that
How
one.
about that? That is textbook offense right there. That's a scorer that is also a playmaker.
Absolutely,
They're
yes.
looking for the shot from him. Nope. He kicks down under the basket for a wide open hoop.
That's unselfish basketball, and that's what I like to see.
That's winning basketball.
That's winning basketball.
Exactly it. And that's
right.
why they're undefeated so far this season. And listen, this is already the second time out here for Lake Orion. You know, they're feeling the same thing as I just said. Listen, this could really pull away and break open at any point. It has that feel. And that's what Oxford's done a lot against these teams. This obviously an in-conference matchup, but it shows how good they really are and how special this season can be for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lake Orion is a good ball club.
Yeah.
But Oxford's just having one of those runs this year where you're like, listen, you don't want to jinx anything, but it could be special at the end of it, right?
Oh, yeah. And a lot of these guys, that they've been playing all 4 years on this team.
That's it.
On varsity.
You can't teach experience like that, right?
And they love this coach. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is 80% of what makes a good team. If they love their coach and they go through a brick wall for them, let's talk about the Lions.
I mean,
it's all about the coaching
Campbell,
sometimes.
Hey, they're about to win a conference championship this Sunday.
I love it. But it is. It's if the kids love their coach and they buy into his system, this is what happens.
Well, you make it enjoyable, right? I mean, you grow up as a kid and you love this sport, and you just hope that they keep loving it, but it has a lot to do with their head coach.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, Oxford's playing good defense one more time. There's just really no room, no lane for a driver there. And falling down, somehow getting a shot, not getting to travel. However, doesn't fall. And here come the Wildcats one more time. Stop it. Got a shot. Pops.
Nice shot.
Off the rim. Here come the Dragons. Dragons down 17-7, now in double digits. Nicholas Galvin brings it out to Caden Retzel. Retzel, the free throw line, over to Scott. Scott pops and hits it. Absolutely a big-time three for his team. Stops the bleeding. But Oxford flying up one more time. Puts it up.
There you go, Drew.
On the foul. And that's what a good team does.
That's smart.
They don't sit around. They push the play, and Oxford does a good job of that, drawing the foul.
That was smart basketball by Drew right there, drawing that foul.
Because how many times do you see, Becky, somebody that marvels their own shot, right? They stay back and watch it go in. Well, they just don't wait.
No.
You got to move to the next play.
Yep, absolutely.
So lead up to 7.
Nice.
Go good for Katie. 1 for 3 from the line so far on the ball game.
In the game for the Wildcats, number 5, Noah Mauser, number 22.
Mauser comes back in. And Brennan Allen comes back in, who we saw hit 3 triples in that first quarter. Second free throw up and good.
Great job, Drew.
Lead back up to 9 now for the Wildcats at 19-10. Lake Orion has not had a lot of room. Hit a couple threes with players in their face.
Nice defense.
That's a beautiful pass. Doesn't go in. And Oxford said, you're not getting another opportunity. Elling right there. And they come away with the ball. Stoffen over to Katie. Katie back to Stoffen. Constant movement on this offense.
Nice take.
Drive, a scoop, and a score for Stoffen. Puts it back up 21-10. So Oxford with their biggest lead of the ball game, Becky, at 11 points. Gotta love it. Not a lot of space there. That three-point shot there has been all they've had. That's a beautiful play down there. Bounce pass. And that's Ryan Rushlow who puts it in for 2. Well, that's a big-time answer at 21-12.
Well, they're not going to get that wide open shot very often tonight, so they'd had to take advantage of that.
Got to hit it when you get it.
Nice take, Jake Champagne.
Champagne. And just like that, Champagne causes another timeout. So how about that? Jake
Nice.
Champagne, New Year's kind of goes together, right? Champagne and New Year's.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know, that's somebody that they're thankful to have. I mean, one of the best players, his coach even said it. You know, Joe Fedorchuk said he's one of the best players to ever, if not the best, to wear a Wildcat jersey. And we've seen a lot of great players come through here, so that's
sure.
big time praise.
Oh, yeah, that's a
And you
great
think of
compliment.
Townsend, who came here a couple of years ago, played for Oakland.
Oakland, yep.
A couple years ago, beat the Wildcats of Kentucky in the tournament.
Yep.
So there's been some good talent here, and that's just one player, obviously, the most recent, but Champagne, one of those players that just knows how to play the game.
Yeah, he's a standout, definitely.
So lead back up to 11. As I mentioned, the highest lead so far for the Cats. Lake Orion hasn't had a lot of open looks so far in this ball game in this first half. Constant pressure by Oxford. There's a drive and kick. Price Park tried to toss it down to their big guy, Rushlow, but good job by Elling putting his big paws in front of it, knocking it out, huh?
Absolutely. I love it.
Price Park throws it in.
He's quite agile for a big guy.
Yeah, he is. He can move.
He can move.
He's got the length and wingspan that you'd want from a player as well. So he's a special player. Oxford brings it back up, 11-point lead, looking to make it even bigger. Strong drive and kick, but Lake Orion was waiting for it, looking for another one of those Elling corner triples. And we'll take it.
Yep.
Keeping the possession down at that end. Tossed in from Stoffen to Champagne. Champagne knows how to score. Gets his way to the bucket.
Oh, another one that went all the way down.
I swear, Becky, I was ready to say there's a two-pointer right there for Champagne. However, it pops out. Can't go in any further without popping out. There's a triple right like that. So Farmer hits the triple and cuts it to 8. Stoffen driving. Pops.
Nice shot, but again, in and out.
One more time, but Champagne there with the extra opportunity, and it goes back over to the Dragons. So Dragons with a little bit of momentum. Nicholas Galvin drives, had to work hard for that. Didn't know he was open. Tosses it off the back window and in. So
and just like that.
Jump. Yeah, just like that. Exactly. But that's basketball, right?
That's basketball for you, yep.
6-point lead now, was up to 11. 5-0 run. Elling got some space, puts it up.
Get down.
A little bit flat on that shot, and here comes Price Parks. Price Parks driving.
Yeah.
And that's it. Offensive foul. He tried to lead with that shoulder.
Yep.
An official saw it all the way. And he's going to call that, and you have to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Can't lead with that shoulder like that. And that one was pretty obvious. That was an easy call.
That was just his first foul on the ball game. Something we're trying to keep an eye on. Obviously, their best scorer. So 2:19 left in the half. It's a 6-point lead for the Cats at 23-17. Headed all the way up to 11 at one point. However, a Dragons 5-0 run has us at this point. Elling tossing it around.
Nice.
Back down to Champagne. Champagne in the post. Stops, spins, bounces off. Here come the Dragons. On the other end, looking for an opening. Price Parks.
Travels.
They've been quick on the whistle on him. And he's getting a little frustrated out there. You can tell.
Yeah.
Because they played him pretty darn well in this first half.
Yes.
I mean, he's got 4 points, and this is a player that averages double figures. Oxford bringing it back.
Nice cut.
Beautiful pass down to Stoffen from Elling. How about that? A big guy that can shoot, rebound, and pass, huh?
I like that a lot.
Good job there, and we'll get a couple more free throws for Stoffen. the senior starter.
Ooh.
Free throw doesn't go in. Will pop off and hang up there a little extra. But Stoffen will get one more opportunity to cash in. How about that rendition of the national anthem before this game?
Oh, yeah, that was beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful job.
Did a great job.
Yeah, these kids are incredible. Well, both free throws will pop out. Lake Orion will have an opportunity to draw a little bit closer here.
Ooh, good hands.
Stoffen says, I got you on the steal, up and good.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't hit
good.
the free throws, but comes away with the steal and makes up for it.
Yep.
So lead back up to 8 now. Good defense there for the Cats. Lake Orion hit a couple triples, but just not a lot of space. There's a stop and pop. It'll actually pop out. Rebound, but a foot on the line, it looked like.
I think he's calling a foul.
Fouls on number 3, Drew Katie, his second.
Well, looks like there was a little bit of a confusion there by the officials because one guy said, hey, his foot's out of bounds. The other guy says a foul, but as you know, foul's going to overrule anything.
You know. I think that's what for Drew. That's. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I think he already had 2. I don't know if it was 2 or 3.
Well, Lake Orion trying
there you
to
go.
hide that defense. Elling, right in your face. Good
Nice.
footwork, but Champagne comes away with the steal. Well, they got numbers. Champagne drives, and the ball will go out of bounds.
Oh.
I believe it looked like it was off at first of Price Parks.
Didn't it?
Yeah, it looked like it. However,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we're not wearing stripes tonight.
That's
so
all right.
I don't look good in stripes anyway.
Me either.
So we're where we should be, right?
That's right.
Here.
We're doing the fun part.
That's it. So under 34 seconds left in the first half. In the post, Lake Orion unable to come up with a bucket. And here comes Oxford. We'll see if they hold for one last shot. Got to feel pretty good with an 8-point lead.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't mind making it double digits going in. 17 seconds here. Stopping. Moving around, shaking and baking a little bit. Have to think this might go to Elling, and there it is.
There it is.
Oh! Three-pointer off the mark. They get another opportunity. Up. Oh! It's out. Another rebound, and it's good. Oh, at the buzzer.
That is awesome.
Nolan Mauser, Becky, we talked about him all half. He was everywhere doing the dirty work.
Yes, he was. That's the kind of guy you want on your team right there. That's the guy.
That's exactly it. So at half, Oxford with the double-digit lead we were looking for, up 27-17. We'll see in the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to draw your attention to midcourt. Tonight, the Oxford Athletic Department is proud to honor and officially recognize the Hall of Fame induction of Class of 2004, Kyle Browley. Kyle was one of the best quarterbacks and safeties in Oxford football history. He was a 3-year starter at both positions. In 2001, Kyle was an All-State and Flint Metro selection. Kyle led the team to an 8-4 record and a district championship. In 2003, Kyle was a first-team All-State selection. He went on to play collegiately at Michigan State and Saginaw Valley. He played on special teams at MSU and then went on to become a 3-year starter at Saginaw Valley State. He helped lead SVSU to the Division II playoffs in 2008. As a wrestler, Kyle was a 4-year varsity team member. His records were 37-17 in 2001, 47-11 in 2002, and 50-3 in 2003. He finished 7th in the state in 2002, 4th in the state in 2003. He was the individual district and regional champion in 2003. At this time, Oxford Athletic Director Tony DeMar will present Kyle with his Hall of Fame plaque. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Kyle Raleigh from the class of 2004. Thanks, Kyle, for being a great Oxford Wildcat. Can you hear me? I'm not going to take too much time. The big thing I want to do is, I don't know how they select this process, but I want to thank the people who did, because when you're 16 and 17, you never really think about anything like this. But for them to think that I'm worthy to join all those people on that wall is pretty darn special. So I thank you very much. Just a couple quick notes. I was born and raised in Oxford. I was at my first football game when I was 3 days old. And the big thing about it was, you never really think about anything like this. It's just, I knew when I was that young, okay, as I was growing up, I wanted to wear the blue and gold and wear the Oxford on my chest. And just being here, sharing this with you guys, I truly appreciate the time. And obviously, who cares about me? Oxford's got a big game to win, so let's finish strong. And hey, in the words of my old man, even though we've moved on and we don't live in Oxford anymore, once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kyle. Kyle was not here for the football because he was coaching football at the time we inducted everybody else in the Hall of Fame. So it's great to have him aboard. Welcome to the Oxford Hall of Fame, Kyle.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. Hungry kids get sick more often and can struggle in school. It can be harder for them to focus and learn. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures.
We want to ensure that all of our kids have healthy meals every day.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping feed our kids.
To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Ian Smith Gymnasium. Dave Suseski alongside Becky Banis. Second half, just getting ready to get started here, just a few seconds away. Oxford leading by 10 at 27-17. Becky, we saw some deep shooting from Elling in that first quarter, some tenacious defense, also a lot of steals, and Oxford just really looking strong on both sides of the ball. But I think really where it stood out for us was on that defensive side, just no open shots.
Yeah, I agree. The aggressive defense we're playing with hardly any fouls, that's the difference in this game right now.
Yeah, that's it. If you don't put them at the free throw line, you're doing some good things. Oxford doing a good job attacking, getting to that line, just a half away from remaining undefeated. So down by 10, third quarter underway. Pass to Ryan Rushlow. Rushlow double team. Good double team there. Elling behind him. Has to come back out to Gabriel Scott.
Again, great defense, but knowing when to stop. I mean, it's real easy as a player to get that adrenaline going and want to keep getting that steal. But
That's
smart
exactly
to stop.
it. And listen, they just drew another turnover on the double dribble, or on the travel, excuse me, just by having a double team there. Good job by Champagne. Oxford brings it back up by 10. And you don't see that happen often from Jake Champagne. Just goes off the fingertips and goes out of bounds. So that'll be a turnover, the first of the half for the Wildcats. Each team coming out here a little bit rusty.
Yep.
Lake Orion driving the lane. There's that double team. Not a place you want to be.
Yes.
That's back-to-back possessions that happened. It's kind of a dead zone there in the middle. You just don't want to go there with that zone defense they're playing.
Yep. Get yourself into a little bit of trouble.
That's it. Champagne gets the pass, kicks it out to stop, and pops it in.
Nice shot.
How about that? The deep ball working for the Cats, and now their lead up to 13 at 30-17. Here come Lake Orion. trying to stop the bleeding. There's a pass down low. Rushlow goes up off the rim, but that's another turnover.
Nice.
3 possessions in a row with a turnover. That's costly. Down by 13, you just can't do that.
That's great defense by the Wildcats. Smart defense.
That's it. Like you said, you're not drawing a foul, but knowing when to stop. There's a good drive by Champagne up and good off the window for 2. Putting it up 32-17, just like that. Another timeout, 15-point advantage.
Nice.
Oxford taking advantage of those turnovers, turning them into points.
Yep, Oxford came out ready to go. There was no slack. Just come right back out and play their game.
And this is a dangerous spot here for the Lake Orion Dragons. This is a team in Oxford that it's pulled away in every game this season. Undefeated, obviously, as we mentioned, you're doing a lot of good things right.
Yeah.
But that defense has cashed in and turned in to some offense here tonight. And you can't keep continuously turning it over and getting no points.
Yep. And that's another thing about these guys. Once they do get it down there on offense, any guy on that court can score. Every single one of them are scorers.
That's it. And they play like a team. Screen there. Rushlow goes over to the corner, down low. One more time, Rushlow spin. 2 guys right in his face, has to kick it back. Triple try, off the mark. Rushlow gets the rebound. A lot of traffic down there, puts it up, and Champagne will come down with the rebound. Champagne up court, trying to hit Katie, who was streaking up there, but unable to connect. Gotta love the aggressiveness, though.
It was a good idea. Sometimes that adrenaline gets the better of you on those.
Sometimes, right?
Right. Wasn't a bad idea, just a little bit too long on that.
Yep, like the thought process there from Champagne.
Yes.
15-point lead. They go back to defense where they've been so good tonight. Big time score there. Parks, he kicks it over, wide open, triple try, off the mark. Rebound, offensive board comes down to Lake Orion.
Nice hustle.
There's Katie coming away with the steal. Oxford pushing it up. Jackson Shosky. Katie with the turn there and over to Elling in the corner. He'll pop off the mark. So went a little bit of cold there behind the three-point line ever since that first quarter. Lake Orion will come back down with a rebound, down by 15 with 5 minutes left in this third quarter. So just looking for some type of answer, and Oxford just hasn't allowed it. Katie coming away almost with another steal, but he creates a turnover. 4th turnover of the half.
That's awesome. That's defense.
Absolutely wild. That's it. That's that defense we talked about. They turned it up a notch in this second half.
Lake Orion doesn't have an answer to it. At least right now, there is no answer.
And it sounds obvious, but if you're not turning in your possessions into points, Oxford's just too good. They're going to pull away.
Oh,
They've
yeah,
done that tonight. Cats over to Katie, to Elling. Elling up fakes, drives, goes
nice.
Off the rim and puts it in for 2.
So versatile.
17-point lead. They've doubled them up, Becky. Drive from the Dragons, and you know they're playing like they need to put something in, and right there they go to their talented senior, and Zachary Price Parks who gets the and one.
Team's first to last shooting.
But there's a different feeling on the court for them. They've got to get some points, and they know that they're starting to fall behind. They were doubled up there, and Price Parks has a chance, and he does. He collects the and one.
Full court here.
So still a 14-point advantage, but yes, there is that full court pressure. Just with the point guard, Gabriel Scott. Stoffin looking for somebody open.
Yep, he was looking for a cutter. Nobody cut.
Katie ties baseline over to Champagne, who comes up a little bit short. And here's Price Parks. Almost like a double dribble there.
Yeah.
He'll drive.
I agree, sir. It was close.
Ooh, had the lane, but he kicked it back out. Good job by Oxford. And that's just a nice bucket for Jackson Shosky. 2 guys in his face, and he still hits it. But that's it.
Yeah.
When they do make shots, it's contested every time.
Yeah.
There's a corner triple. It's good. Elling His 4th-3 on the night, lead the team with 14 points, and that's another timeout. So lead up to 15 for Oxford. They've had this thing up to 17 at one point, but they look extremely strong in this ball game, and it doesn't feel like they're going to let up at all.
No, it doesn't. They've got their foot on the gas and they're going for it. And honestly, they look relaxed. There's no like anxiety. There's no push. They're just playing their game.
They
That's
might as
it.
well be wearing suit and tie. Business out there, right?
It's business. Yes, sir.
Yep, just another day at the office for the Wildcats, a team that hasn't lost all season long. And, you know, they were going to bring their A game with this rivalry, with this conference game, this OAA White conference game. We had some stats here before the game, courtesy of some of the staffers for Lake Orion, right?
Yes.
The overall all-time record, Lake Orion, they said 59-17. Now that's back to 1971. So, as we know, a rivalry, yeah, some of those numbers don't mean anything because
Right.
you look at the squads this season, Oxford
Yeah.
is the team to beat.
Yeah.
They come in here at 4-4. Oxford, as I mentioned, 8-0 on the season and look primed to go to 9-0.
Absolutely. All they got to do is keep playing the way they have been all game.
That's it. Champaign Garden, Nicholas Galvin. Dragons
Nice hands.
desperate need of some buckets. There's Price Parks. Keeps that pivot foot down.
That's good defense by Nolan Mauser.
That's great defense. You're right. There's a corner kick. 3-pointers up, and that's a nice shot from Caden Retzel. So perfectly drawn up out of a timeout, Becky. Cuts it to 12. There's Elling, and they're not giving him a lot of space like they did in that first half. Champagne with the ball now. Katie was calling for the screen. Champagne said, nope, don't need it. Kicked it back over and shot off the
All right,
mark.
Jake.
And
Oh,
Champagne
that's going to be
comes down with it,
offensive,
and
yeah.
they are going to call the offensive foul. Hey, but
That's
you like
fair.
that aggressiveness, though.
Yep, yep.
That's his first foul on the game. So
Yeah, we'll
an
take
aggressive
that.
player like that with his first foul. That's we're at 2 minutes and 45 seconds in the third quarter. So if you're looking at leading scores, Elling with 14, Price Parks with 7 for Lake Orion. Trying to create some space. There's Price Parks. 3 guys on him, Becky. 3
Yep.
guys on him.
Yep.
No room. You think they know who's good on this ball club? Yes. There's a drive. That's an and one opportunity. And listen, give the man his flowers. Nicholas Galvin just had to work. He looked like he went like 50 yards to get that bucket in there. They made it work, but he's going to cash in, and that's just it. They don't give up the easy buckets.
No, we don't give up the easy buckets at all.
So Galvin with an opportunity to cash in for 3, and he'll hit it. So that cuts the lead to 9. So we're under double digits for the first time in quite a while. Cats with Elling. Over to Champagne. Champagne pop.
Boom.
He hits it. How about that? That's a confident
He's
score
like,
right there.
that's it.
Exactly. He's been there before, right?
Yeah, buddy. As soon as that left his hand, I knew.
9 points for Champagne on the ball game. Lake Orion. Can't trade baskets. That's exactly what they've been doing the last couple times down. Good defense.
Uh-oh.
Good drive. Pops
Oh.
out. Price Parks gets the offensive.
Yeah,
board,
got to have that
goes up and
rebound.
in, using that length to his ability and putting the bucket in. 10-point game now. Goes off the heel of Stoffen, but he's able to keep possession. That Lake Orion defense picking up the intensity just a little bit. Elling over to Stoffen. Stoffen with a hand on the ball, able to keep possession again. Over to Champagne. Champagne drives.
Nice and one.
And he hits it.
Let's go.
That's a confident score that's heating up at the right time. That's his 11th point, going for number 12. And going for 6 points in a row for his ball club.
And that's what's great about having a team that plays as a team. Jake gets his points, but his teammates are there when he is double teamed
No,
and
that's
they're
it.
keying in on him.
Look at that first quarter as the
Yes.
free throw goes in. First quarter was Elling. He got his shots, right? Jake was there. We saw him time and time again. He was driving and kicking the ball and finding his guys. And now he's getting his opportunity to put some points on the board. So don't look now. Lead up to 13. Under a minute to play here. There's a kick. Wide open three-pointer, and it pops out.
There we go.
Rushlow down there for the board, but Oxford comes away with it. There's Champaign. Champaign scored the last 6.
Nice
Beautiful
teamwork.
is right there. How about a catch? Nolan Mauser.
Great job.
I mean, you can't draw up a play more beautiful than that. Didn't even have to put it on the floor on the last couple passes. Lead up to 15 now.
Great.
Under 25 to play in this third quarter. Oxford has come out tenacious in this third quarter on defense and offense. And Jake Champagne has come to life as well. Bryce Parks driving, kicking, corner, triple, up, bounces out.
Nice.
Here comes
Nolan,
Oxford. 3 seconds.
all over
Going
the
up
place.
to Katie, driving, throwing it off, doesn't go. Oh. Wow, we're having a lot of fun here tonight.
Man.
At the Smith Gymnasium, huh?
We are having a lot of fun. I love this game, and man, this is the best game I've seen in a while.
Well, Oxford,
These guys are just on fire on both ends of the court.
you said it. Yeah. So they're going to take a 15-point lead here into the fourth quarter. Have to feel pretty good about their chances because, as we've said time and time again, it's the defense, really.
Yep.
Yes, offense has had times that they've been on fire, but it's that defense that's really cashed in off those turnovers.
Yes.
There was 6 possessions there in that third quarter that Lake Orion committed 4 turnovers. I mean, 4 out of 6 turnovers. That will kill a team's offense. And when you're down by double digits, you just can't come back against a defense like this.
And I didn't mention it, but when we had those 4 turnovers in a row, we had 0 fouls.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah, that's it.
That's amazing.
That just shows, listen, there's one thing about going for a steal and reaching in. They know how to play defense.
Yeah.
They play double teams. They use that zone to the best of their ability. Only giving up a couple threes, which you will every now and then with a zone. And really, let's talk about the defense from Elling down low as well. He's been absolutely incredible on Rushlow.
Doing a great job.
So Cats with a 15-point advantage. 8 minutes, the last 8 minutes of this ball game, ready to go. Champagne tosses it off, or takes the pass.
There we go.
Drives. Good pass by Katie to Champagne, and Champagne went right to the bucket and attacked.
Yep, that double pick and go right there. That was nice.
The fourth quarter to line.
He's just smooth with the basketball. He's a confident player.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you be, right?
Right.
First free throw up.
Nice.
Nothing but net for Champagne, putting it up to 16 points.
In the game, number 5, Nolan Mauser.
Nolan coming back in.
That's the 13th point for Champagne on the night. Second free throw off the mark. It'll stay at 16, the lead for the Cats. Here come the Dragons. Going to need some points and in a hurry. Not a lot of time. You have to think they're probably going to have to throw up some three-pointers, if not drive quick. And that was a good bucket by Gabriel Scott with a man in his face the whole way. Lead cut to 46-32. That's a 14-point deficit for the Dragons. There's Champagne.
Nice.
Tossing it around. Over to Katie. Back to Champagne. Champagne pops.
Ooh.
And just bounces out. Looked good the whole way, but just missed it. Just off the mark, and the Dragons will take back over with 7:11 remaining on the clock. So big hill to climb for the Dragons if they're to come back in this one with the way that Oxford's been playing. There's Scott one more time. This time pops way off the mark. Oxford going down there with some numbers. Champagne 3-on-1, tosses it under. There's Stoffen.
Get in there.
Bounces, pops out. Here come the Dragons again, but they got a player hurt down here. That's Bryce Parks. And he's grabbing his ankle. Hate to see that. Here comes Oxford driving, and Bryce Parks took 2 tough hits there at the end. And they're both hurt.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you hate to see that.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's Stoffen on the floor, Price Parks on the floor. You just hope these kids are okay. Now, at first, Price Parks was grabbing his ankle. Now he's grabbing his wrist because, like I said, two separate things there. If you're an official, you see a player down, you'd love to have him stop that play, but I don't think he saw him down there. And unfortunately, for Price Parks, it was a one-on-one situation. So, so clearly upset. You hope that that young man's okay. That's not what you like to see, but the game
absolutely
will go
not.
on, up 46-32.
Looking for the trainer back here.
So Stoffen's come out. He was originally the player that was fouled, but if you have an injured player, you can pick someone to come off the bench, and Luke Deagle will shoot those free throws for the Cats. First one up, off the mark. Injuries are part of sports. We know that. We hate to see it, but they do happen, and especially with as much effort as these kids put into it.
Yeah. As aggressive as this game is, it's going to happen.
It is. Second free throw pops out, 6:30 left, 14-point lead.
And honestly, it's been a clean game. There's been
very clean.
Aggressive is good, and they've been doing it the right way.
That's exactly
both sides.
It. Scott in the post there, but I think he moved that pivot foot.
3 seconds.
Number 1, Luke Stoffen.
There's just nowhere to go.
Yeah, nowhere to go. Couldn't get out of there even if he wanted to.
3 seconds, not a long time. So if you can't find someone open, you got to get out. For Scott, he created the turnover there. So here come Oxford with the 14-point advantage, looking for more. Kick out to Champagne, off the mark.
Nice, Drew.
Katie tries
nice
to
try.
save it. Unable to do so as it went off Elling. And it'll go back to the Dragons. So you see the trainer there working on Price Parks. As soon as we see something, we'll let you know, but it looks like it's that forearm there. Dragons.
Oh, nice hands.
Slow. Good job by Ellen. Quick hands, like
Great
you
job.
said. Just great defense by the big guy. Doing a lot of good things here tonight for the Cats. Elling picks up his dribble. Finds his point guard.
Nice take.
And goes Stoffen for
Stoffen.
Another timeout for the Dragons. So that puts the lead up to 16. And with just 5:24 left on the clock, with one of their talented scorers down with an injury, you don't feel too good about that comeback. But hey, we feel pretty good about the Dragons as a team. But we feel even better about our Wildcats tonight here, right?
Yes, we do. We do.
I mean, it's been a good ball game. It's just been, they have not given up wide open shots. A team that plays that type of defense all game long, you got to like your chances. And they created turnovers, scored off those turnovers, hit the three-pointers when they've been given those opportunities. It's just been really an all-around clean game, as you said.
Yeah, absolutely. I love to see it. The aggression is there without the sloppiness, I guess.
No,
is what I'm
that's
trying
exactly
to say,
it, right?
The sloppiness or the chippiness, that's the other thing. Sometimes when you have two aggressive teams, it can get real chippy, but both teams are doing a great job. They're being very respectful of each other and of the refs, and I love it. For a rivalry, this has been a beautiful game.
That's exactly it, right? In a rivalry game, it can get a little bit chippy, and it just hasn't. Officials have done a good job, but both of these coaches as well, and these kids are playing hard.
That's great culture on both for these coaches. That speaks volumes to these coaches.
So Price Parks, he's going to go to the end of the bench there. Looks like he's got some ice, so I would be surprised if he comes back in. But it's a big loss for them. Down by 16. Oxford still playing tight defense. Nowhere to go with it. There's a three-point shot. It's going to pop in. And I got to tell you, it wasn't the most beautiful shot.
It was not.
But it popped in for Shosky. And he had a defender right over the corner of his eye. I don't think he saw him. But Champagne with a wide open three, and you can't leave that man open.
No.
He hits it.
Way to answer.
That's it. And that's what you can't do, trade baskets if you're down by 16.
Exactly.
Lake Orion, you have to think you're going to have to hit those three-pointers. And Oxford says, well, we're going to be right in your face. Rushlow. How about that?
And who is it? Nolan Mauser.
Two guys come back and knock it away. So down by 16. How about that effort by the Dragons? Getting back on defense and getting the steal. So 4:26 left in the game. 51-35 Cats. Keeping track, leading scorer in this game, Champagne 16. Absolutely came alive in the second half. Stoffen gets the ball, but it looks like Mauser was knocked down on the play, so that's a foul on Lake Orion.
Fouls on number 23, Ryan Rushlow, his third.
That's on the big guy, Rushlow.
Team's third.
That's the third team foul, so no free throws. Inbounding it is Champagne. Over to Elling. Back over to Champagne. He's open. A little bit short.
Nice.
Rebound.
Nice job.
Right down to Mauser.
Yep.
There's a drive. Off the rim. Again, a foul on the floor. I believe that was an over the back. And the Dragons will take back over possession with 4 minutes left, down by 16. Dragons looking for an answer. Not a lot of movement on this offense on this side, though. You have to believe these kids are getting a little bit fatigued. It's going to be hard to get a wide open shot.
And honestly, too much dribbling. Too much dribbling.
100%. That's exactly it.
No passing.
Doesn't lead to good offense, and just like that, good defense. There's a steal by the Cats, driving in. They're going to call offensive foul. I don't know if his feet were set, but they call it.
When they're falling before the guy touches them, I always got to question that.
Well, you got to get your feet set.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're going to get a charge. And I don't know if I agree with that one, but I guess it doesn't matter, huh?
No.
3:20 left in the ball game. Still 16-point advantage for the Cats. Lake Orion, it feels like just not putting up a shot. There's a corner triple off the mark. And now you can start to tick away some of that clock, right? So the clock, you're playing against Oxford and the clock at this point.
Oxford needs to just slow it down, pass the ball. No need to do anything crazy. Just, kill the clock.
And make them foul you.
Yep.
So good job by the Cats. Over to Champagne, over to Stoffen. Playing a game of keep away. Watch that line, and he went over. That's backcourt.
Sheesh. That was close.
I don't think he even saw it. That was close, but looked like his foot was on the line, and there's a turnover. But if you're the Dragons, you got to start jacking up some threes.
Yeah, that was a gift. That was a gift.
And there's a drive. I like the defense, though, not drawing a foul. Chosky gets the two off the window, but you don't want to give him three. So
no,
you're willing to give that drive up. Still up 14.
Oh, my.
Champagne
nice pass.
with a nice cut and goes up for two. That gives him 18 on the night. Drive for Lake Orion. Wild shot. And we're down to 2 minutes. Offense going back over to Elling. How about his fifth three-pointer? I wouldn't mind seeing it. Going down to Champagne in the post. Man can do it all. Uses his pivot foot.
Oh, nice.
Draws the foul, and he'll get 2 free throws. He's just hard to guard.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a talented guy. He knows what he's going to do before he gets the ball.
Yep. He knows where he's at on the court. He knows what he has to do.
And he's got good size, too. He's a solid kid. He uses that to his advantage, and he gets 2 free throws. First one up is good. So back up to a 17-point advantage. The largest lead of this game thus far, has a chance to put it up to 18. He's got 19 points. How about number 20 right here?
Yep.
Second free throw up.
Nice.
It's good. 20 points for Champaign. And a 18-point advantage with 1:45. So not a lot of time. And
Oh,
there's
nice
Champaign
steal.
coming away with the steal with the guy right behind him. Takes it in. Thought he might dunk it right there.
I thought he wanted to. I thought he might want to.
But he
Nice
takes
job.
it in for the layup, his 22nd point on the afternoon. Becky, this is a guy that had 4 points at halftime.
Yes.
He's absolutely come alive here in the second
Yeah.
half. And you talked about it.
Yep.
Everybody can score on this team.
Everybody can score on this team.
They've had their opportunities. Obviously, we talked about Elling in the first quarter, had 3 triples. He's got 4 in the ball game, hit 1 in the second half. Mauser's been everywhere. We talked about Champaign. Drew Katie's had a big game.
Yep.
So there's been a lot of guys that have really stood up and been big for this Cats in this effort, which is going to go down as a dominant victory against Lake Orion when it's all said and done.
Great rivalry game, great conference game. Way to keep our undefeated season going. Coach is excited. You can see it down there.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
excited. As he should be.
Why would you be, right?
That's right.
I mean, you got to beat your rivals. You got to beat the teams in your conference. Those are important.
Oh.
Being undefeated is one thing, but when you can beat your rival and beat your conference foes, that's a big, big push for this team.
Oopsie.
Another turnover, and we don't have it in front of us, but I would love to see that turnover margin between Oxford and Lake Orion. I can tell you it's probably 3-1 in terms of the ratio.
Yeah.
Because Oxford's just been tremendous.
Yes, agree.
So 1:11 left in the ball game. Oxford up by 20. There's a kick.
Nice.
Over in the corner, triple up and off the mark. As you see,
That was
the whole
Jonah
bench
Lundberg.
stepping up. Wanted him to get it. It's a time for some of those guys that don't usually get a lot of court time.
Yep, that's what he's got in there right now. Some of his bench players who need that practice as well.
Lake Orion driving. Wild
Nice job.
drive.
Nice job.
Oxford
Great
comes
job.
right back down with it. Now kill some more of that clock. But look, they're pushing it. Trying to get some of these guys some looks. Trying to go up for 3, but Lake Orion came back and blocked it with 30 seconds left. A 20-point Oxford advantage. Triple up. Off the mark. Oxford comes down with it.
Nice.
Looking for more. I mean, you could tell some of these guys are like, listen, I want my time out there.
Yep, absolutely.
A rainbow 3 goes up as the clock goes down. And that is going to be our final as the Cats and the Dragons are going to shake hands here. I mean, listen, Becky, everything that we needed to go right here and get an Oxford victory went right today. You had Elling in the first half hitting his triples. You had Jake Champaign doing his thing.
Yes.
22 points on the ball game.
Yep.
They win by 20. Oxford remains undefeated. What'd you like so far here tonight?
I mean, offense wins fans, but defense wins games. That's my
it.
favorite saying, and it's truly the truth.
Yep.
This defense was fun to watch. Offense, that's fun, right?
Yeah, right.
But I'm a defense girl, and I had a great time tonight. Great job.
The kids love three-pointers as well.
Yes.
We know that. A lot of three-pointers for Oxford. Dan loved the three-pointers as well. So a lot of fun here. Want to thank our whole crew here.
Yes.
Obviously, we can't do it without them.
Right.
Hollywood Joe Calhoun, obviously down there. Becky, Dave, saying thank you for tuning in. Everybody have a great night and enjoy this Oxford victory.